Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Broken Respawn podcast. I'm TBSliver, and I'm joined here today by SarinTal.
Yo!
And Lucian v. Ghost over on the other side.
Good evening.
How are we all this evening?
It's broken!
Everything's broken!
Everything broke.
It broke.
Didn't even get past the starting stream button tonight because our first topic of the evening, YouTube, broke our stream. Congratulations to YouTube for that.
Number one!
Yeah, we managed to fail at the first bit, which is, for some reason, we can't stream to YouTube yet. I thought I'd enabled it. I checked.
Yeah.
I pressed the start button, and it went no. You've got to wait
Not
24
allowed.
hours.
Yeah. Apparently we have to do the stream tomorrow. So bye, folks. We'll see you tomorrow. No,
Yeah,
kidding.
no. So, yes. And I've also spent the last, 2 or 3 days doing all the overlays and shit. But if you're following over on the YouTube, you will actually get a notification when we upload this channel. This channel? Brain.
This channel?
This
We're
video,
uploading
so-
this channel to YouTube, yes.
Yes,
I mean,
yes, definitely.
that'll be an interesting feat.
Sound alerts aren't working because it's the wrong thing. So, yeah, there's no overlays or anything like that for my standard things, so don't use them. And if you're on YouTube, don't worry about that. Just come over to TBSliver on Twitch and you'll see that. But anyway, Broken
Right.
Respawn. What is this? This is basically an excuse for us to chat shit and
Be judged
discuss
openly.
and be judged and discuss all
well,
sorts.
discuss, be judged, and do the judging as well, I should think.
Yes.
Speaking of which, do we want to judge Merrick right now?
Oh, God.
Oh God!
It's the freshest thing in our mind
please.
right
Let's start off with an interesting little topic. So, as everybody probably knows by now, Warfare 2 Broadside, the update for Space Engineers, just released a few hours ago. It contains a decent amount of content, decent few new guns, some interesting DLC blocks, all of the fun stuff. I'm a little bit annoyed that they've put the Searchlight in the DLC, not in the main update, but that's beside the point. Because
Merrick's
during
interesting
the
topic.
intro stream, Marek, our dear friendly CEO of Keen
Friendly.
Software House,
Friendly.
well, friendly in quotation marks, decided to expand on everything that wasn't Space Engineers, including but not limited to all of the work that good AI are doing, and nothing to do with the update,
sorry.
which was quite interesting.
My favorite part about all that was, hey guys, we've done updates, but here's physical stuff to keep you distracted.
Yeah, that is additional stuff. They
Wait,
have
what?
they for a while back they pushed the Space Engineers plushie, and
Which looks a little sus.
it looks a little sus, and it looks,
Don't remember that.
well, I wouldn't buy it, that's for sure. And now they're pushing Space Engineers miniatures, which are basically the ability to build your Space Engineers ships in physical form. Tiny physical form, I should add.
But where's the clang?
But where is the
Honestly-
clang?
Honestly, the only thing that I'm picturing right now is that scene from Spaceballs. Space Engineers the toy, Space Engineers the Lego, Space Engineers the vehicle, Space Engineers the flamethrower. Like, that's literally what they're doing instead of working on the Space Engineers.
Merchandising.
Merchandising.
When his SE's NFT,
Merchandising.
don't even joke about it.
No,
Oh my
don't.
god! If Mark could
Don't,
NFT,
Dragon
he
Reaper.
would. He'd NFT
Yeah.
he'd NFT each block.
He would.
Alric,
So Merrick,
pillowcase one.
pillowcase one, body pillow or head pillow.
Red Ship Body Pillow, now in stock at spaceengineers.com. But speaking back to the update, bringing it back around, as it were, I don't know why I'm holding a pen.
Makes you
So-
feel professional.
It does make me feel professional. It makes me feel very professional.
It's our first episode. We can't
Watch
get it
out,
working
we've got a
right, and we're
professional over here.
But yes, so Warfare 2, the broadside update. Space Engineers has acquired, if you will, artillery guns, assault cannons, and autocannons. Though, as usual, they are weirdly designed to not fit on certain grid sizes for some reason. Because apparently it's a good idea to make the autocannons small grid only. No large grid for those. Very weird, because I think that would work quite well as a point defense turret, personally. Yeah. Seems like a good idea.
But in order not to discriminate, the railgun can fit on both.
Yeah, apparently. Which makes absolutely no sense. I'm gonna be honest.
Is it the same size, though?
No, it's not.
That'd be
like
funnier.
But here's the thing:
the railgun is huge.
With the size of the railgun, if you put physics into play, you get a small little fighter ship that fires the railgun. All of a sudden, it's going backwards.
Propulsion,
yes.
Yeah.
So
it's
the large grid railgun is 5 blocks long, and the small grid railgun is also 5 blocks long. There's a bit of a size and weight discrepancy there. I'm not sure how effective the small grid railgun is going to be honest.
I'm entirely I've kind of given up on. I've had enough. I haven't bought I didn't buy the previous update. I don't think I'm going to bother buying this update.
No, that's fair.
Meh. I've got over 1,000 hours in the game. I think I've kind of had enough of it. I've got games I'd rather play.
No, that is fair. I do understand the sentiment. That's for sure. I'm of the opinion that Space Engineers does something that very few other games do, and that is the full physics simulation with construction and customization. It is rare to find a game that does it, and they may not do it well, but at least they do it. So there is that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm waiting for the it's been a couple of years now. Someone's probably been working on the next Space Engineers or a competitor that isn't Empyrean.
Speaking of the next Space Engineers, I'm looking forward to Kerbal Space Program 2, honestly.
I never got
is going to be interesting.
Yeah, but we don't have much we don't have much news on that, so maybe that'll be a future topic.
Yeah, when that
comes just out. Saying. I mean, it keeps getting pushed back, so there's no news, guys.
I mean, have you played Kerbal Space Program 1? I've played a little bit, but not much.
I have. It is very intuitive in terms of its physics and dynamics. It's honestly, it's a good, enjoyable game. It'll be more so enjoyable when it's multiplayer.
Yeah.
That's the thing that really, bottlenecked me from playing that, because there's just so much things that you need to manage. And I'm just I don't really have I personally don't have the capacity to manage all those things. Right. Whereas, if somebody is on the ground control, somebody is flying the spaceship, do the whole docking procedure and everything, it'll be more fun with people.
Yeah.
But yeah. But speaking of more people, we have a couple MMORPGs to talk about.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Sprinting on to the next thing. Oh, my word.
Sliver, throw a dart. Throw a dart. Let's see where it sticks.
Oh my word! If you are into MMORPGs, and if you were into multiple of them, this is the month to cry.
Yes,
to just cry a lot.
Updates. We have updates for MMOs this month from Path of Exile, Lost Ark, Guild Wars 2, World of Warcraft, Elder Scrolls Online. There is
I love how he mentions every one of them except my favorite one's like, you bastard.
Well, Sarin, what's happening in Star Wars?
And Star Wars, The Old Republic as well. That one does happen to be in there somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere. It's like the third one down, you bet.
Honestly, I looked at it and I forgot what the abbreviation stood for.
For those wondering what
I didn't mention it.
For those wondering what we're looking at, our fourth member is Kremlik, who is currently in Twitch chat. And he has gathered all the news together, so we've got somewhere to look at it all instead of driving ourselves batty trying to find it all. So, yeah, it's in release order. Excellent. We'll read it out in release order. So that starts at Path of Exile. You never liked Path of Exile, did you, Lucian? You bounced off it hard.
Path of Exile was a game that I tried. And I tried it with friends and I tried it on my own. And I could not get into it. It didn't grab me. And I don't know why. It is a game that I think would have definitely pulled me in. But it didn't grab me in the same way that Valheim didn't grab me. It has every element that I enjoy in a game, but I didn't enjoy it for some reason.
That's fair. It's also interesting about Valheim as well, because obviously, that's been a big one for Sarin at least. But yeah, no, I mean,
until it broke the other week.
Until it broke, yeah. I enjoy Path of Exile, but I don't go back to it very often because I do kind of like Diablo. I do like Diablo 3. I like how brainless it is at the stage I'm at, where it's just like give it 5 or 10 minutes. Like I get dragged through by a friend of mine if I want to do a quick speed leveling on seasonals. We're up to level 70 before it's finished counting, and then we're just starting to murder stuff in like quite chill, sit back, and everything in the room dies.
In the same vein of things, when it comes to something like that, Diablo I always did enjoy, but I actually prefer a game like Grim Dawn or Torchlight, that are very similar genres there as well.
Yeah, I had a hard time I just have a hard time with that kind of genre in general, so that's nope.
I mean,
that's not a my thing.
Yeah, I mean, Grim Dawn I didn't like that much. For some reason, I bounced off Grim Dawn, even though it is basically it's basically Diablo with a tighter storyline.
Diablo with a tighter storyline and a lot more gritty, I think.
Yeah, and the grittiness doesn't matter to me on that. It's just
Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah, I mean,
everyone has different tastes, in fairness.
Yeah, but if you're interested, Path of Exile, then it's got, it's got 600 passives coming in with the new Atlas maps at the end. There's new endgame bosses, and the new League season on the 4th, so tomorrow. So if you're into that, then cry, because the download's going to be huge, as it normally is. And there's a note here from Kremlik saying he's busy the week after. Okay. Yeah,
Kremlik's so he's going to be gone.
He's going to be gone, so yeah. But yes, the next one is Lost Ark. Now, I can't remember if this is the other...
Which one was that again? I don't think I've played it.
This is the one from Amazon, isn't it? Yeah.
No,
is it? No, I thought that no, the one from Amazon is World something or other. Fucking
wait.
Forgotten.
Yeah, this is the other Amazon one. It's the second Amazon.
Oh, it's the other Amazon one.
Yeah.
See.
Yeah.
New World. That's the Amazon one.
So yeah, the other Amazon one is New World, which has had a bad day. It's down to 90% of their player base is left. They've got Amazon, not a good day. Yeah, New World is developed by Amazon or one of their dev studios. Lost Ark is one it's a Korean MMO that's been brought over to Western world by a developer under Amazon. And I played a little bit of it, and it's very Korean.
The grind is real.
The grind is real right off the bat, and You know those adverts for, like, the way I've described it before on the visual style and everything. You know those adverts for not RPGs and stuff, but have an RPG sort of thing where you got like a person walking over stuff, and they're walking as if they're just kind of like their legs are moving faster than they're moving. You get that the whole time. The graph, it's pretty,
Yeah.
but it's
Also, whenever you try to climb a ladder, the arms and feet don't actually connect with any of the rungs. They just sort of flail.
walk. Yeah,
That always bugs me in every game.
Some of them do it really well. Some of them do it really badly.
Some of them do it really well, and some of them do it horribly.
Yeah, but there is the actual release for this now is February the 11th, so I know what I won't be doing that day. Just playing this. There is actually guides on YouTube, so if you're into
Sarin, and he's back.
What happened to me?
You turn into a pixelated goop.
Apparently.
I'm getting massive play now.
All right, well, it's not on my end.
It's broken! Everybody, it's broken! Hang on a minute.
Welcome to the Broken Respawn podcast. Everything
this
is
is
breaking all the time.
Yeah, I'm wondering, like, there should nothing be really slowing down on my end.
Oh, guess what? Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Steam's doing an update.
Steam's
downloading the Space Engineers update. Fuck you, Steam.
Everything is broken.
Everything is fine
Everything
when you're
is
trying
broken
to stream.
all of the time. Okay, right. Where were we?
Thank you, Marek. I think I might just uninstall Space Engineers, to be honest. Where were we up to? Okay, Sarin. Do you want to talk about the next one?
Sarin.
Where's the notes again? February 15th. All right, the new, the long-awaited expansion for Star Wars: The Old Republic. We are getting the. Let me just pull up because Kremlik didn't leave that really filled out with links. I should have maybe gone over that a little bit.
Almost like it's your. I mean, you've been playing it for the past.
I mean, yes, I've been playing the main story, but I haven't been really playing the
new stuff.
The new stuff because that was on the PTR. And you know how I hate spoilers. I do not learn anything about the new stories or anything. You know what's coming up.
And now you're talking about them.
I know,
don't want spoilers,
right?
and now you're going to talk about them.
God. So a lot of things are being changed in the Onslaught update for. Wait, you did tell me not to publish stuff because of that. I mean, fair. New Onslaught update for Star Wars: The Old Republic, where is going to be an overhaul for class changes. Before, where basically you were limited to the weapons you were allowed to use based on the class you chose. They're now expanding that, saying, "Hey, you want your medic to wield a heavy machine gun? Go right ahead." Jedi's also going to be able to use like pistols as opposed to just lightsabers only. So there's going to be a lot of updates there, and the story itself is bringing back one of the biggest, baddest villains for the series, and I'm excited to see that.
I mean,
Interesting.
I've not managed to get myself into that, but that's mainly because I've not bothered playing it because I've got so much else I want to do. So, but it's quite an old RPG, isn't it?
It is. Sorry, not it wasn't Onslaught. It's Dark Descent. That's the one that's coming soon. It is an old RPG. I mean, I got it originally when it came out, and I got a little error code on my key fob authenticator saying that the battery's dying.
Whoops.
And that thing's on a watch battery, so.
Oh dear. Did you manage to get that working?
It's been a while. No, I just got the one for the phone. I found out that in order for me to get that thing working, I would have to open it up while it's battery's still plugged in, wire it to another battery source while it's still plugged in, so same voltage. Unplug that battery, put back in a new battery, so it doesn't reset the internal timer. Because once that internal timer resets,
yes, that's the one thing I don't like about those.
Yeah, that's the one thing about the key fobs is once their eternal timer resets, you're booked.
Yeah, and so limits, so it's not a true cross-class system. Yeah, so there's limitations to who can pick up what. So I would assume there's
yes, there are still limitations, but there is a big it is expanding the flexibility a little bit.
Yeah,
right. And one thing that I will touch on, in terms of the story writers for Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I've noticed that after going back and playing it a little bit, they do really well in tying in the universe. So you're playing the story. I'm not going to say too much about it in case people only get an interest to go back and play it or watch me play it. But you go into the universe, and a planet is mentioned, and the devastation of the planet is touched upon. And then you go look and read the Revan books, and it's all there in detail. So I've listened to the first Revan audiobook, and I'm like, hey, I just played that in the game.
Yeah. Revan time. I don't know. I'm so far out of the Star Wars thing. I like Star Wars. I just haven't kept up with
Revan Revan is the main character for Star Wars: The Old Republic, Knights of the Old Republic.
Okay.
So he's the character you play in the single player games.
Okay.
I remember. Okay, so this is interesting. The only Star Wars game I've ever played was Star Wars: Knights of the Old Republic on the Xbox. Surprisingly enough, I'm a PC gamer for the most part, but that was an exception. I thoroughly enjoyed the character of Darth Revan. Probably one of my favorites out of the entirety of the Star Wars universe.
I might have to look. I might read the. I might go and read the audiobooks. Listen to the audio. I love my brain on. I might have to go and have a look in the lore. But it's like everything else. I don't manage to read anyway.
The Revan audiobooks happen after the game.
Oh, okay. Oh, so I'd still have to play the game to get the story.
Yeah, if you want to kind of get it, but it gives you enough information. But yeah, like if you want to get the full lore, it happens after the game. There's a remake on its way. So yes, there is a remake on its way, but that's something we'll touch back in a little bit.
Yeah. Well, that's
next up.
Yeah.
Guild Wars 2. Now, both me and Sliver have history here. Sliver because he was very dedicated to Guild Wars 1 and wouldn't touch Guild Wars 2 until I essentially forced him to, after which he wouldn't stop playing it.
Yeah. I may have put like 200 hours on my character in about 200 hours. Or something stupid.
So, yeah. Guild Wars 2, End of Dragons expansion. The third expansion in the series, if you will, coming out on February 28th. So the end of this month.
They did say they were bringing it out in February. They didn't say quite how close to the end they were doing it. I don't... Well... I'm impressed. They kept to their word. By about 5 minutes, probably. They'll probably turn out to be like 5 minutes to midnight on for like UTC minus 12 or something. I need to go back and finish the other stuff that I'm working.
So anyway, but yeah, I need to go through and play the entirety of Living World as well. Yeah. So anyway,
I haven't played any of it.
Guild Wars 2 End of Dragons. What is being added? Well, the big thing is they are adding the entire nation of Cantha, a high-tech sort of sci-fi-esque fantasy style world that runs on Jade tech. Which is a very interesting technology that we'll probably end up exploring in more detail when we actually play. They're also adding a few new bosses, a few new mounts, and ships as well. according to this. I haven't seen the ships myself. I would like to see the ships.
It's the boats. Yes, there's a multiplayer boat, so you can fish out of them, hang out on them, as well as.
From seeing there's.
Can you sail them around?
Yes.
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 What?
Only in waterways, but yes.
Oh. I was hoping that you could actually sail out onto the ocean like you could in Arcade, because that was one of the big things that attracted me to Arcade.
I'd be able to sail onto the big, like I sail on water. I don't know if waterways or the sea front itself. Kremlik says yes. So yeah, there we go.
Interesting.
But yeah, I mean, anyone who has played Guild Wars and remembers that. The name Cantha is ringing in the back of your head. That's what was introduced with Guild Wars Factions.
You can sail out onto the ocean. Kremlik's telling me that you can. Well, so I'm going to believe Kremlik on this.
Yeah, that's fair. He's played more. He's played more. He's played more. He's read more. But yeah, so you will probably see Guild Wars 2 on mine and Lucian channels at some point next month.
Probably more slivers, but I'll definitely.
No, I'll be playing the new Star Wars stuff.
Fair enough.
Of course you will.
Yeah, I'm gonna be playing the new Star Wars: The Old Republic, and I'm gonna be boosting 2 characters to max level and messing around with that. Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to Guild Wars 2.
That pretty much covers Guild Wars 2. Otherwise, we'll spend the rest of the stream talking about it.
Yeah,
right.
And there's a gameplay.
And there's a gameplay features trailer up on YouTube for anyone that wants to go check that out as well.
Yes, that is definitely something that would be interesting to look at. We're going to skim over these last two because none of us really have an interest in World of Warcraft or Elder Scrolls Online. But let's skim over them very quickly. So, World of Warcraft
Dragons.
There's
patch 10.0, Rise of the Aspects, has been leaked to the public and apparently includes dragons. Are they mountable? Are they not? I don't know.
They're looking at potential dragon mounts, like dragon. So is this again? The whole reason for this podcast as well is for us to talk about the assumptions and what can we dig out of the leaks as well. So it's theorized that the dragons will be a focused mount pack, whether it's flying or ground mount. But I guess will be based on depending on the level that you're in. So.
WoW is not one WoW is one I've played, and as soon as I got a mount, it ruined the game for me because I was going from the beginning. But also, like the same thing the thing that I found that's fine that I like out of Guild Wars is what I don't like out of WoW is that Guild Wars the world's evolved slightly, but that was just because of their first world where they actually evolved the world slightly, why it's not available anymore. WoW has just changed the world entirely, and you can't play some of the old. And as someone that got into it for a little bit, well and truly after the fact, it's like, but I want to go see the thing. What? I can't go see the thing. I can just see this giant crater. I can't go look at this the racing stuff that used to be there, or the massive waterway, and I'm just in a hole, and it's wet.
Kremlik is correcting me that the expansion, a lot of the info was based off the mount pack that came out in December. I guess I should finish reading the entire quote, thing before.
Probably a good idea.
Yeah.
Next up, we have Elder Scrolls Online High Isle. Elder Scrolls Online High Isle is the next expansion. It was announced on January 27th, but it was accidentally leaked beforehand. Apparently, we are getting a new area for the Elder Scrolls world, High Isle, located southwest of Daggerfall, and is one of the 4 islands on the mysterious Sisters Archipelago, and is home to the Breton elite.
And the dragon was for
Guild Wars 2.
Guild Wars 2.
Yeah, I mean, I've never played Elder Scrolls. Have either of you two?
I have.
I've tried.
I've played it. It was enjoyable, but it didn't balance out the size of the game.
like I tried playing it. But again, with most MMOs for me, I have more fun when I'm playing it with a group. I jumped into the game. I was alone. I was trying to get by, and it's like this would be more fun with a couple people. Like, especially doing like you can't do some of the quests until you have multiple people. And
I agree with you, because when I played Elder Scrolls Online, I played with a group, and it was a lot more enjoyable to play with a group. When I was on my own, I was just sort of running around, meandering about, and going, "What am I doing again? Where am I going? What's
going on? What? How am I? What? Hang
exactly.
on."
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So,
but yeah,
if you're into Elder Scrolls Online, then that's coming out on June the 6th on the PC and Stadia. Who here knows what Stadia is?
I have absolutely no clue.
Good. Neither do they. It's one of the online streaming gaming services by Google. It's the one by Google. And June 21st on Xbox and PlayStation. Quite frankly, if you release on Stadia, that's basically because Google paid you to do it. I'm actually serious here. They do have a group of developers that work on it. But yeah, so if you're into ESO, we're going to lose sight of you in June. Fair enough.
Is it
right? Next up, something that Sarin probably wants to talk about. He sounds very excited. Maybe we should leave this for later. We could move on to the Battle Royale news.
Sarin,
next This year is going to be interesting for me to how to squeeze all these games in, because they are talking, as mentioned earlier, about a remake of Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic. But Respawn has confirmed to create 3 new Star Wars-based games. The sequel to Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, a first-person shooting game that's still been unnamed with the Battlefront director, and a strategy game which they're saying is going to be similar to XCOM and Civilization as well. At least it's made up from their devs, so that'll be interesting. DICE is also coming out with another Battlefront 3 game. Oh no, sorry, it's off the table, so they're no longer working on that. So DICE
they're not working on.
Yeah, no, DICE is gone with that one. They're not taking it anymore. No. So I think Respawn Respawn kind of probably took over with how well Fallen Order did.
That's fair. I need to play Fallen.
So
I think I've got it somewhere, or it's on a free pass somewhere.
Yeah, it was on free pass on Amazon. If you don't have the code, I have one to give you.
I may have. In that case, I have it then, because I have it. Good. Kremlin knows what games I've got better than I do. But yes, okay. I need to play that. I did watch you when you were playing it, and it looked like a very good, very well.
Of course,
RPG.
Kremlik has to go ahead and stab me in the heart here by putting up unseen Boba Fett footage gameplay for Star Wars 1313, the game that's not coming out anymore. Don't do this to me, man.
No.
Honestly, this was
wait, what?
Star Wars 1313. Honestly, for me, was like one of the biggest games that was going to come out. Like, it was going to take on a whole new aspect. It was basically what Fallen Order ended up being, but you were going to be a bounty hunter. You weren't going to play, a Jedi role like you see in most games. You were going to take on the role of a bounty hunter, which brings back to the old Star Wars bounty hunter games, because that was the only one that really did that.
I wonder if now it's going to get more, though, because the new Disney Bet series. That's been popular.
But the thing is, with who was it? With BioWare no longer having the sole licensing for Star Wars. I mean, there's other companies there that can take on a project and present it to Disney, going, "Hey, we want to do this."
That
right. So that's going to be one of the things. I mean, we're getting a mobile game as well. I don't remember when that's launching, but it was announced last year. And there was supposed to be a new Star Wars mobile game coming out. So yeah, a couple of things. Hopefully they're spread out far enough apart where I have enough time to play them all.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, yeah. So
time is all. Speaking of, time is ending for Hyperscape.
Yes, Hyperscape, the Ubisoft Battle Royale, is closing. On the 27th of January, it was announced that the game will close. It will shut down on April 28th. No other information has been given about this particular situation. We've never played Hyperscape.
I have.
We have. We did that one.
Have we?
Like when it first came out, we played Hyperscape.
I don't know
together. We were all trying to get to the top of the tower.
Did not.
I don't think Lucian played. It was
I was not there.
I've played with Enigma,
sure.
and I think Enigma, Roger, and several others. Because it's a 3-player one. I'm surprised we never played together.
I was
it
not
was
there.
free, which was
it might have been because I had to be on holiday at the time or something. But yeah, I was not there.
Yeah, it was a Ubisoft one, and I could vividly remember Lucian favoring the grenade launcher there. Maybe I'm wrong.
Are you sure you're not thinking of the other one that we played?
I mean, I don't know. There were so many.
The Halo style one.
No.
Splitgate.
Splitgate, yeah.
Or because we didn't play VGM Blood Hunt. We tried the Masquerade Blood Hunt. We could try that one again because your computer will take it this time.
Hey.
Well, you say that, but it was awful the first time we played it, and I don't know how much better that's going to be.
But yeah, no, Hyperscape is ending. I mean, I enjoyed it, but the problem was, as soon as and I think a lot of the streamers enjoyed it, but as soon as the streamers all stopped playing it, gone. It was dead. It was almost dead in the water. It had a really good idea. It was really well polished. It had a really interesting way of playing, but it was very generic and didn't do enough cool things.
Yeah,
could have done better. And honestly, don't need another fucking battle royale.
No, we don't.
We do not.
There's way too many.
But speaking of battle royales, an update to a very old one at this point. Apex is about 2 years old. The Apex Legends game is about 2 to 3 years old at this point. They are adding a new character to the roster with the launch of Season 12, I think. The Defiance season. They are adding Margaret Coheri, aka Mad Maggie, to the Apex roster. Mad Maggie has appeared in the past few seasons as an antagonist and has now been sentenced to death via the Apex games.
That's an interesting way.
Mad Maggie has some very interesting abilities as well. Let's go over them very quickly. So,
might have to bring
Mad Maggie's main ability, her Q, is Riot Drill. A drill that can be thrown and stuck to any object and will blast a laser of energy through that object to damage players on the other side.
Multi-kill.
That is a shield breaker for sure.
You're right.
I mean,
Additionally, Mad Maggie has a passive ability that allows her to move faster while holding a shotgun and see the outline temporarily of enemies that she has damaged. All in all, a very deadly combo.
So
but
I I got a question there. Is it therefore no longer illegal to have an aimbot because she has one pretty much built in?
Isn't it?
She is an aimbot.
Oh no! Oh no!
I mean, it's not exactly an aimbot, obviously, but it is definitely going to make things easier for people to hit. But last but not least, Mad Maggie's ultimate ability, Wrecking Ball. Mad Maggie is able to unleash a bouncing ball of fury that damages enemy players, and every time it hits the ground, it leaves a speed boost pad, so that any member of your team or any enemy player really can use it to accelerate themselves across the map at speeds rivaling even Octane.
That's terrifying. And Octane's OP anyway for speed. Like, look at the most played characters. Octane is up. They've had to nerf Octane to the ground a few times, and still people find new ways to make him stupidly fast. And hitting the bugger's a pain in the ass as well.
Right?
Yes, that is true.
So now you got characters that could potentially go faster. Like, talk about game breaking.
One of those things in a jump pad.
This is quite the new character to add to the roster. It is certainly going to mix up the meta, I feel like.
Yeah.
Roster, it's gonna be a staple for every team.
Very likely. Although then again, the shotgun thing, some people don't favor a shotgun. So we'll see. Additionally, the Olympus map has been restructured. After a confrontation between Mad Maggie and Octane's father, Silver, the Olympus map has been teleported over the top of one of the arena's maps and is quite chaotic at this point. There's quite a few interesting changes that we are bound to see once the Defiance season launches. Additionally, at the start of the Defiance season, we are going to have a new limited time game mode called Control, where players will battle against each other in teams of 9 to control points across a map.
Interesting.
Very interesting indeed. And last but not least, starting in the first 3 weeks of the Defiance season, the Apex team will be providing free gifts to players concerning specific characters, thematic packs that will give you specific skins and items for your characters. Overall, I think that is quite a lot of good news, personally.
Yeah. It might be enough to get me back into Apex. Maybe not as hard as I did last time. A little bit.
For like 5 minutes.
The big question for me is when? When is the next season?
When?
Like, I don't think that's...
When is the next season? The next season is in 6 days.
Oh, for God's sake.
Yep.
I mean, I'm already having a hard enough time to finish playing, what was it? Kingdom Come Deliverance. I've got Pokemon on the back burner. I've got my Star Wars stuff that I gotta keep up on. Community update for those of you part of the Armco community. Atlas is doing a server test on February 11th to 15th.
Yes.
So
we'll get to that in a moment when we discuss the Atlas update as well.
Yeah.
That's going to be a thing.
That should be next.
That is next up, because we went over Space Engineers at the start of this.
Look at my segue skills. You deny me.
Someone gets Sarin and Sliver.
But yes, on the subject of Atlas, 2 new patches have been dropped for Atlas.
Wait, what?
Well, 2, but I'm covering the other one, the Wonder Fulfilled patch as well, because we haven't taken a look at that really.
Okay.
So two new patches, relatively speaking. The Lunar New Year update and the Wonder Fulfilled update. The Wonder Fulfilled update has added a new ship called the Tramp Freighter, a new modular vessel. It is around about the same size as not a sloop, a schooner, a little bit larger. It is able to take 2 large sails, carry 4 cargo racks, and is designed as a transport ship. It has no gun ports at all.
It is a prime target for me.
It is a prime target for pirates.
Yar hardy lady.
There is an immense amount of bug fixes that have been done, but they have also added the Great Temple as a buildable structure.
Which that looks really nice. If let's throw that up if you have a.
I haven't got.
If you have a moment.
Yeah.
Have we got the?
Just open up the patch notes on Steam.
Fulfilled. Wonderful patch notes.
I was trying to find it on their website. I was trying to find their website.
It is on the website. It should be at the top. Page 1.
Let's roundup.
No. Just go to the homepage, Sliver.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm looking at the wrong page. That's why.
Yes, you are. Wonderful filled.
There we go.
So yeah, scroll down a bit and show off that temple, which actually, credit to the artists, looks pretty good.
It does.
Oh, there we go. The Great Temple.
Yes.
Ta-da!
The Great Temple. Now, this is a buildable structure. I have no idea what it does. I haven't been keeping up with what any of these things do, because I'm going to be quite honest, Atlas. You are killing me with your horrible ships. They are... The aesthetics of your ships have declined considerably.
Case in point. the tramp freighter doesn't look too bad.
The tramp, compared to the mortar ship and the galley and the mortar ship is a crayon drawing, so you know. But
that's true.
The tramp freighter doesn't look too bad. I wouldn't mind sailing that one, except for the aft castle. It looks shit because they've reused the same one from various different ships.
I mean, thankfully the old ship system is still in there. So
yeah, like they're not planning on taking that out anytime soon. I hope, but we'll see.
It's hoping not, because seriously,
fingers crossed.
Yeah.
But moving on to the Lunar New Year maintenance patch as well. New content has been added to the original official servers. They have also added a workstation, which is a new crafting facility that allows players to change 10,000 of a resource into a block or bundle of that resource.
I mean, that's gonna be useful.
That is good for trading. Useful. That's definitely good.
That's gonna be good for trading. Then, if that gets incorporated into Atlas Season 4,
I don't know.
I hope it does, because you shouldn't be able to carry it.
Additionally, the Lunar New Year items have been added: a stone tiger statue, a jade tiger statue, a gold tiger statue, and a paper lantern, as well as Valentine's Day items, a black, pink, and red set of giant teddy bears.
Aya's going to cover the entire basin, though.
Right.
Yes.
I mean, and it's on top of that, look at the paws. It's got hearts on the outer paw, hearts.
Oh dear.
Yeah. And look at all the bug fixes.
Oh yeah, the bug fixes. Let's just scroll through all the bug fixes slowly to take into account how many. At least they're doing bug fixes and stuff.
Hold on. That is true. Scroll all the way down and look at the known issues.
Buckle-mounted NPC crew take no damage.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. When was this discovered? Because I'm pretty sure we've known that.
We discovered this.
I tested this live. I tested this in Atlas on season 3 when we were like, this is weird. What the hell? I literally stood point blank with it and blasted one in the face of the blunderbuss as an admin and it was a stupid level one I pulled out for the hell of it. Yeah, no. I mean, hell, at least they're putting some stuff in, but I kind of wish they'd like. There's going to be a technical reason to why they're not doing the they're not doing the ships anymore.
If you see in the notes, again, we would like to emphasize that Atlas is still early access. Well, no shit.
Yeah, I mean it.
I like the game. I just wish the developers were a little bit smarter.
Yeah.
That is it. That is basically the thing. Is guys need to be a little bit smarter.
But yeah, overall, it's.
I think Bucket went.
There's definitely some stuff. I would love to see, and this is unironically, I would love to see just someone makes a mod that is just a bucket the size of a sloop with a sail. We'll just give that to Alien.
Sliver, don't you already have half a model for that?
Probably. I mean, we probably could actually.
Alien just says fuck yes.
Yeah, if we could do that, we could quite do.
We might as well.
We'd probably do that. Someone's probably got a model for it already.
Just like enlarge the bucket model that we have in game.
Yeah.
And just
Oh, that would be funny.
Oh god. Yeah. And with us like next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend, we're doing a test on the Armco Atlas server with all the mods.
Yes.
Almost all the mods we've got prepared for season 4. Because we need
finally
to break
running
things.
tests on the nation system.
I was given permission to be there for 3 of the 4 days. I am not allowed to be there on the 14th.
To be fair, I think we're probably going to leave the server up a bit longer once we get matches. But it gets people in, and we can just say, "Hey, could you test this thing?" And we can update and see what.
We're definitely going to be like, we'll probably end up streaming it.
I probably will.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised.
When I'm not at work, I'm
going to have to re-download Atlas.
All 120 gig of it.
All 120 gigabytes of the bloody thing.
I never removed it. It's still here.
I still got it. I've got an 800 meg update for it. I need to make sure I update on time. On Valentine's Day weekend, not as well. Yes,
I have on my local disk. I have 145 gigabytes free at the moment.
Only.
I have that kind of problem on my main disk as well. I've had to move games around.
I'm going to have to shift some stuff onto my external hard drive, but yeah.
I mean, you can move Steam. Thankfully, you can move Steam games easily.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I think that moves on, or gives us a chance to move on to
the main news.
Main news, which I think I've got time for. We have.
Yeah, we got some time.
We've got about 15, 20 minutes-ish.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So, on the main docket for today is...
It is the age of acquisition.
Amazon? Wait. Microsoft is buying Blizzard, or looking at buying Blizzard.
I don't think it's they're looking. I think it's the deal went through.
Has been purchased by Microsoft.
It has not been purchased yet. It is still pending.
Waiting for the approval of the purchase.
They're waiting for all the approvals. So currently, there's a there's a $70 billion check. $70 billion check.
They've put a $70 billion deposit on buying this thing.
Yeah, and they're
which
buying
is insane.
And this is everything. This is This is Activision, Blizzard, and King. So yeah, they may not get the approval. If they don't get the approval, they're going to lose some money. Not all of it. There's a like a $1 or $2 billion. They're going to lose some $1 or $2 billion to not being able to buy it or something like that. I mean, this is. I like
how you look at this. You look at this page and you see Overwatch, Diablo, Warcraft, those are all Blizzard. Call of Duty, Activision, StarCraft, Blizzard, Candy Crush. That's
the important one.
Yeah, that's the important one. I think we should talk about the Candy Crush buyout.
You mean the one that's installed on every single computer?
The one that is installed on every single device in the world at this point.
Yeah,
right.
I don't play it, but
never played it.
You know, I played it through Facebook years ago, and that was it.
Yeah. I mean,
but Kremlik has pointed out that there is more to this than meets the eye. The total studios which are being purchased by Microsoft are Activision, Blizzard, King, Treyarch, Raven, High Moon, Beenox, Sledgehammer Games, Infinity Ward, Demonware, Toys for Bob, Activision Shanghai, Solid State Games, and the MLG esports side of the Overwatch League.
that is a small bundle of things, right?
Just
there.
a little
That
bit.
is...
It shows you how much.
That's a not-so-small bundle of things. Thank you,
shows-
Kremlik, for highlighting that for me.
The thing is, most of those were the ones owned by Activision before they bought Blizzard, because obviously Blizzard, I don't think had anybody. Like, Blizzard has always been their own little separate entity so long as an independent publisher, and until Activision bought them, they've been sat there happily. Well, let's
not go there.
Just look at the other bits on the now broken Respawn YouTube channel, which cover a lot of the fuckery that happened recently over the last 12 months, 6 to 12 months.
Everything's
all
on
the
fire.
scandals.
I'm fine.
Everything, including they've there was a recent article about Activision Blizzard doing union busting techniques. They're trying to stop all the developers joining unions.
Speaking have you guys? I'm just gonna take off from the game side of things here for a little bit because you mentioned the union busting. Has anyone seen the new union busting technique for Amazon?
Oh God.
People are asking their Alexa, what is union busting? And then a couple hours later, a union representative shows up to their house, or a union buster shows up to their house from Amazon.
Wow.
That's impressive.
That is.
Yeah.
Amazon is monitoring its Alexa queries regarding poor work keynotes about poor work conditions and union busting. This was Jimmy Kimmel had to stop Alexa from responding because someone tried doing it live on his show.
Oh Jesus. I mean that would be something to do. Just do it live on a TV show just to fuck Amazon up. It's wow. Because I don't know if they managed to get everything. Amazon in general. What is it with the massive companies and just being generally bad?
They get too into their heads. They don't realize. These big companies. It's the age of technology, guys. These things don't stay hidden anymore.
Yeah.
Union busting a bit further down, by the way.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
In the notes, there's 3 pages on on the ABK being purchased by Microsoft. I mean, at least one of the things to take away from there is that Bobby Kotick is going to be leaving at the end when this deal goes through.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, considering he's currently in a sexual harassment slander mess. I could say mess, but yeah. I just well, that's not expected to happen until summer 2023. So yeah, I mean, the other thing, the $70 billion for it. It's actually 68.7. Because they come
68.7 and change. Yeah.
If the change is $0.3 billion, then that's just they've put it like that because they don't want to put 69 down. Which they've also done it in such a way that it's everyone's going to round it to 69. They could have done 68.4, then it would be 68 because the way rounding works. It would. Why? All the media's rounded up to 70 billion. It's just but 69.
Oh, the joke. Microsoft is having a 69 with Blizzard.
Oh no.
That's it, folks.
Try to get that out of your head.
Was.
Oh boy.
Yeah. But it's. It's a mess. It
is a mess.
This
is why I just worry about playing the games and not too much about what the companies are doing.
Yeah, ignore the side of things. I mean, I hope Microsoft do something better. Microsoft have probably been in their own hot water, or will be. I wouldn't be surprised.
I wouldn't be surprised. Here's the thing. There are companies that have been doing really well, and there are companies that have been doing really shit. And the big companies are usually the ones who are doing really shit. And the small companies are the ones who are doing really well. And, for example, the game studio behind Hades and Bastion and all of those other games, they are really good.
Supergiant.
They have a really good reputation. They have a stellar... Yeah, Supergiant has a stellar reputation.
Yeah.
And then you have Ubisoft, which is... There's some controversy there. There's some weirdness. There's not great stuff, but also they haven't done the worst thing. And then you have Blizzard, who essentially went, "You did that bad thing? Here, hold my beer."
Oh, God.
Right.
Although they've been doing, I mean, another big one, a big small one that we all know and love, Coffee Stain. Another as both a developer and a publisher are just amazing. And they're owned by Tencent now.
Are they?
I think they got bought. Yeah, Coffee Stain Studios got bought by THQ Nordic. Well, they're under THQ Nordic and Embracer Group, which is a massive conglomerate of things. Which, yeah, THQ Nordic Group is absolutely massive. I mean, ones that I hope isn't in too much hot water. Or the Embracer Group, as they're now called. They own absolutely damn near the list. They have 111 studios and 12,000 employees in 45 countries. It's balmy. Especially after Coffee Stain bought Ghost Ship, which are the ones who Coffee Stain actually bought Ghost Ship games. Ones they published,
and they're the ones who do Deep Rock, aren't they?
Buyouts. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And speaking of buyouts, Bungie has been bought by Sony for $3.6 billion.
Yep.
So goodbye to seeing any Bungie games on PC again, or Xbox, or any other console but the PlayStation.
Hang on, I think I was reading about that. It will remain multi-platform games.
Yeah, right. I mean, the games that they've currently got out will continue to be multi-platform, but like Destiny 2.
Wrong. Read Sliver. Bungie made their own statement confirming existing and developing games. That's probably the unnamed Transcend FPS will remain multi-platform games with both Sony and Bungie, insisting Bungie remain self-published and creatively independent.
Which is all the ones that they currently got in development and or have released stuff will continue to be. But what about any new ones that they would come up? That's the question. But they obviously can't speak about stuff that's not come out yet. I mean, if they do, that would suck.
The thing is, I don't think they would shoot themselves in the foot that hard to, get rid of what is 50% player base.
Yeah,
for PC.
PC and Xbox seem to be enough
PC
in
and
one
Xbox.
bundle.
Yeah, I don't think they're going to shoot themselves in the foot with that. I think what they're doing is just they're expanding their. They're just expanding with here. If you look at it a little bit, Sony has Sony TV, Sony Media as well. They're looking at doing a Destiny TV show.
Yeah, I mean, that's
so
Sony
now has the rights with to Destiny to create a series or a movie.
That's true.
Much like Halo's getting a movie, isn't it, or TV series?
I think so. I mean, Sony do have their own TV and with their big title ones of Spider-Man.
TV series, yeah. Halo TV series coming out later this year. So,
yeah. But yeah,
right.
I don't know. Everyone's buying everybody these days. There's going to be all of a sudden Disney's going to say, and you're
all of a sudden
now.
Disney's just going to say, I'm going to buy Microsoft and I'm going to buy Sony and then I'll own everyone.
There's a book about that by Cory Doctorow. I recommend reading.
Hey guys, let's all play Monopoly.
Hey, Kate, where's Katie's?
Let's throw up Tabletop Simulator, play Monopoly.
Oh, dear. Right.
Business edition.
Oh, boy.
Well,
that covers pretty much everything. I think that covers everything. Does that cover everything?
It covers everything. We're not going into too far into detail. But
we're not going to go too far into detail on the Sony and Destiny stuff. Like, there's a lot of numbers there that my brain can't really comprehend.
Yeah. In all reality, if people are interested in watching the political shit show of these acquisitions, you are more than welcome to browse the internet and look for those.
Yeah,
indeed. But yeah, we will be back on when is our next 2 weeks? Every 2 weeks. So
17th.
We'll be back on the 17th.
And here's
the day after the D&D session as well.
I see the amount of work. Kremlik, we appreciate all the work you put in. We really do.
Yes, Kremlik is invaluable to our efforts here.
Yeah.
He has done a lot of work for us.
Yeah, we will have to publish the document with all the notes in. All 12 pages of work, which wouldn't have been like Kremlik's done a lot of the fact checking and stuff, and it being 12 pages is probably half the reason why I didn't read through it all word for word. It's just like, oh my word. But
you know,
we skim read some of it. There is definitely a lot of detail.
Yeah. And this video will be up on YouTube. Not tomorrow, but the day after.
Go up on YouTube. Will go up on the day after is probably the best idea.
Saturday or Sunday. There'll be an announcement in my Discord at least. Speaking of, Sarin, do you want to do a couple of shout outs about your upcoming new things?
Great. They're starting with me. Let's see. Well, tomorrow, biggest thing that's happening for me is we're going to do a tabletop simulator board game with a couple people, Griff, possibly Kiki, Nihilus, Jet, and the usual Friday crew. Go from there. But honestly, the biggest thing I'm looking forward to is Atlas getting back into some pirating action, because that's where my career kind of started, and I'm looking forward to play some of that again.
Yeah.
Shenanigans on the high seas. See how many of the wolves we can get back together. So that is the biggest thing, aside from continuing these Star Wars stuff that comes out on the 15th, which, hey, everything's coming out in the span of this month.
Apparently.
Lucian.
What's up I will be doing I'll be streaming right after this, as a matter of fact. I will be jumping on the Space Engineers once again. I will be throwing my lot in on the Sonora server with the Ball and Chain gang, and with Lying in Bedmon as well, which is going to be interesting. I will be back as well on Saturday.
Your mic's just muted.
Yeah, his mic disappeared.
God damn it.
There we go.
It's broken.
It's always breaking. I'll be back on Saturday with some Styx Shadow.
Oh, his mouth's broken.
Yep, apparently. Styx Shards of Darkness. There we go. We'll also hopefully have a.
Yep, it broke again.
I hate it. Hopefully we'll have a new video up on the YouTube channel on Tuesday. And last but not least, go check out my Patreon, because I need money, and also I'm poor. That's enough shilling. Right. And last but not least, Sliver.
Hello, everyone. I am TBSliver. Tomorrow I will be going back to Horizon Zero Dawn, continuing with Aloy. Loving that game so far. I was so tempted to play more of it offline, and I'm just like, no, I can't. I'm saving for you. Aww. So yeah, that's the game of the month. This month is Horizon Zero Dawn. Kingdom Come Deliverance is your game. Why is that in my head?
Because they keep pushing me to finish that game.
Yeah, they do. I'm otherwise live every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday on Twitch/TBSliver. Find me on YouTube and otherwise, thank you very much for joining us, and we will be back on the 17th. I just looked that up and had to re-look it up. We'll be back on the 17th for more. So
hopefully less broken than today.
Hopefully actually on YouTube. Hi YouTube. We will actually go live on YouTube next week. Not week after. Oh my god, I need to stop. Thank you everyone for joining. Have a great morning, afternoon, wherever you are.
And I'm going to throw my stream up.
Yes, we'll go raid Lucian.